Alright guys, I am back with my second movie review of the day, and today was Step Brothers from 2008. And I wasn't really sure how to go about this one. I mean, everybody's probably already seen this movie. This was requested by Robert A. Strickland. So I definitely wanted to do the movie review. And I mean, what can you say about this? It's awesome. Everybody's probably seen it and liked it. So I really don't have a lot to say about it. It stars Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly as Brennan and Dale. They're two 40-something-year-old men who still live at home. Dale lives with his dad, Brennan lives with his mother, and they're forced to live together when their parents start dating. And they're just so nerdy and I guess sheltered or something. I mean, they just never left. They've never really grown up. So at first they don't like each other. And Dale says, "Don't play my drums." So Brennan rubs his nuts on his drums and they fight all the time. They just don't get along because they're both selfish and spoiled. So, but they're exactly the same person. I mean, so what's a few funny scenes here? I didn't really write many notes or anything, just like a little small outline of what happens. But yeah. So they kind of fight, and then Dale does this thing where he asks him a question, and Brennan has to answer, like, who would they sleep with, what male celebrity. They both say John Stamos, and Dale's like, "Did we just become best friends?" Yep. So it's a bunch of funny stuff like that, and then they want to get bunk beds, and they ask for permission, and the dad is like, "You guys are over 40. You don't need permission." So they're like, "Is that a yes?" And just like a bunch of funny stuff like that happens. I really can't do this movie justice. If you haven't seen the movie, as John C. Reilly, Steve Brule would say, go watch it, you dummy. Because it's amazing. And yeah, so on with the review. They become friends, and then they're told they have to get jobs. They have to go out and become, members of society. And of course, there's no way they're getting jobs. They go to every interview together wearing tuxedos. The only job they're even close to getting is with Seth Rogen, and then Dale farts and kills the entire thing. He thought they were just being, joking around, but then he realizes they're actually like crazy. This is how they really are. Derek, Brennan's brother, comes over, and we get the best scene in the movie is when he's on the way to visit Dale, Brennan, and his mother. His family is singing Guns N' Roses in the car, and it's like ba 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 ba. This is the best scene in the entire movie. If you haven't seen it, just search for Step Brothers Guns N' Roses and watch it, because this scene is awesome. Definitely my favorite part. But yeah, Derek comes over. He's an asshole to both Brennan and Dale. Dale ends up punching him, and because Derek's such an asshole, this actually turns his wife on, and then she starts to have an affair with Dale. But Derek is probably one of the best characters in this movie. He's just awesome. So then they have this idea. They're going to create, what was it? World Enterprises? Something. Prestige Worldwide. That's what it was called. And they have this music video they show at Derek's birthday party dinner, with the music video Boats and Hoes. It's another great video to check out if you haven't seen the movie, where they just sing this rap song, Boats and Hoes, and they're riding on Dale's dad's boat, which they wreck and completely destroy. His dad gets pissed. He's like, that was his retirement plan, was once he's done working, he's going to go around with the boat. And so he's really upset. His wife says don't blame them. And he's like, what are you talking about? They're 40 years old. They need to leave the house, so they get into a fight and they eventually get divorced. Dale and Brennan blame themselves. They start to fight with each other again. I also want to mention the sleepwalking. They both sleepwalk in the middle of the night and do like really weird stuff when they're in the kitchen. They're just like both asleep, banging on stuff and just acting crazy, but it was awesome. So then they have the big fight. Dale and Brennan blame themselves for the divorce. The mom says, "Don't blame yourselves." The dad says, "Yes, blame yourselves because this is all your guys' fault." So they start fighting each other. They try and kill each other. I think Dale tries to bury Brennan alive. And then he comes back and he thinks he's a zombie. So he hits Dale in the face with a shovel. It was just crazy. But eventually they realize they do have to grow up. They can't keep living like this, so they go get real jobs. Brennan starts to work for the Catalina wine mixer, working for his brother Derek, and he gets the big job. It's the Catalina wine mixer. So he has to do this and put it on, and the band, who only sings 80s Billy Joel, leaves, so they have no music. Derek's pissed. The wine mixer's going to fail. So Brennan gets on stage and he starts to sing. Dale plays the drums, and everything works out. His dad tells him a story about how he wanted to be a T-Rex, but along the way he kept trying to do other things, and then he thought he could go back to being a T-Rex, but then he lost his T-Rex. So he tells them they just need to be themselves. Everything works out. The parents get back together, and that's it really. Everybody's happy. They build them a tree house with like a lot of porno magazines and Chewbacca masks. So yeah, that was it. That was Step Brothers, but oh man, it was good. I do have to say that this movie, it may take you a couple times. Some people don't really like it the first time, but it's one of those movies. It's definitely a classic. It's going to be a classic because the more you watch it, the more you like it. I've seen this movie so many times. Whenever it's on TV, I just can't help but watch it again. It's like Dumb and Dumber. Whenever that's on TV, I just have to watch it, even though I've seen that so many times. And Step Brothers is a movie just like that. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend this movie. It's awesome, and its budget was $65 million, and it made $128 million worldwide. So I'd say it did okay. I mean, making that much money, probably a little less than they expected, but at least it didn't bomb or anything. But it's definitely become super popular now on DVD and then playing it on television. So yeah, definitely check this movie out. Hope you guys like this video. I didn't want to go through every single thing that happens in the movie because I'm just not going to do it justice. And I think everybody already knows what happens. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of my favorite parts in this movie. And yeah, so that's it. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Bye.